After testing positive for a significant presence of E. coli, the pond here at Mixville Park was closed. But Keith Massimino tells me that right before the area was closed off to swimmers, his son swam in this water, and it's sparking concern over if he could have gotten sick.
I had actually dropped something off to him around 10, saw him in the water, came back to pick him up in the afternoon, and there were signs up that said beach is closed. And I was like, well, that's not good, because I knew beach closed usually meant there's bacteria issues.
Keith ended up finding out from Cheshire Parks and Rec that the testing for Mixville Pond came back with high levels of E. coli. The levels of E. coli were 6 times more than the recommended levels for swimming.
At the end of the day, you want your kids to be safe, especially in our situation where we've been through so much with this little guy anyway. And you know, we don't know if other kids that are possibly swimming in this have had issues or could have issues.
Keith's son Alex had a bone marrow transplant 2 years ago to treat his leukemia. And even though he's not immunocompromised anymore, Keith felt uneasy about his possible exposure to contaminated waters.
My instant reaction was, oh no, he was in, you know, toxic water essentially. So I want to reach out to his team at Yale, who's been amazing, by the way. And it was basically like, watch him, make sure he doesn't have any stomach issues. He did have a little bit of a tummy ache on Wednesday. Was it part of the water? Who knows?
Fox 61 made contact with Cheshire Parks and Rec. In a statement, program supervisor Elizabeth Main tells us, quote, as soon as Cheshire notified recreation staff of the elevated levels on Wednesday morning, June 25th, they followed their guidance and contacted staff at the park to close the pond to swimming. The results from the most recent previous sample that Cheshire collected on Friday, June 20th, were well within the satisfactory range for E. coli concentration. We have not received any reports from people becoming ill after swimming in the pond. Keith says as a parent, the gaps between testing scare him the most.
If you're testing on a Thursday and, you know, you get it all clear and you get back on Friday, that's great, but then you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and until Wednesday morning before you get another sample. The kid swam on Monday and Tuesday. Who knows if the water was good then? Because
of those gaps, Keith says he'll be checking to see when the last water samples were taken so he can protect his children.
If I knew we had really, really hot weather Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I might be more hesitant to be like, hey, let's keep them out today at least until we get that Tuesday test done.
Maine says that their latest test has came back and the levels for E. coli are significantly lower. The staff has since opened the beach back up for use. In Cheshire, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.